Hello and welcome to Sci-Fi-Night Light. I'm your host, Sebastian Vandal Martinez, and this is a different segment of a show which is basically just my opportunity to talk about random subjects that somehow relate to sci-fi and horror. So, previously we took a look at rappers who have had roles in sci-fi and horror films. From Ice Cube to LL Cool J, there was a surprisingly large amount of rappers who have starred in these types of genre films. So many in fact that we need at least another episode in order to include all the major ones. We're going to start off with one of the old school greats, Ice-T. In the year 1995, two sci-fi films were released that featured the popular West Coast rapper. First off, we have a kind of weird, not too good Tank Girl, where Ice-T plays some kind of kangaroo hybrid rebel thing. Yeah, this is a weird movie.
Shut up! Ain't gonna be no crumpets and tea. We're gonna take them outside right now and waste them.
The second dose of Ice-T sci-fi was in the Keanu Reeves film Johnny Mnemonic, where our aforementioned rapper plays another kind of rebel resistance fighter as a member of a group called the Low-Techs.
This is the last blast from Low-Tech World Headquarters, and believe this, we're going out with a bang, baby.
5 years later, T showed up in the straight-to-video cult classic Leprechaun in the Hood. This is a bizarre film. We've got Ice-T smoking a joint with a killer leprechaun, and yeah.
A friend with weed is a friend indeed.
To top off this bottle of Ice-T, we're just gonna go ahead and remind you lot that Ice-T also did voice work for both GTA San Andreas and Gears of War 3.
It's always nothing but death, pain, and miseries, you piece of shit motherfucker!
Next up, we move on to the Chicago rapper with a gust to challenge Ice Cube and West Side Connection, Common. Common has had a surprisingly well-received film career, as his performances usually hold up pretty well.
You ain't never had to wash another man's blood off. Took it out of your fingernails, you had us for that. You ain't never made no real beef on your own.
His foray into sci-fi and horror, however, is perhaps not the most appreciated, as he was completely unnecessary in the film Terminator Salvation. It might also be worth mentioning that Common played a role in the comic book film Wanted, which also was not all that great, unfortunately. It's kind of hard not to like Ludacris, even when his lyrics aren't that hot, and also even when his movies aren't all that good. Since I'm a video game fan, I'm gonna start off with his role as Police Lieutenant Jim Bravura in Max Payne.
Relax, motherfucking NYPD!
The film is, well, actually pretty bad. Again, unfortunately.
Hey, asshole, I got 2 bodies and 10 body bags, and you were the last person to see either one.
Yeah, and some of that blood is mine. Good luck with your case.
Believe it or not, but the cliche film he acted in thereafter, the Gerard Butler action sci-fi Gamer, was actually a lot better. In this film, Ludo plays a type of resistance fighter who stands against this huge technological corporation that uses inmates as entertainment in death matches.
I just play games, man.
That's right. It is a game. You want to win it, don't you?
Yeah.
Then you need to cut your strings, puppet master. No ping. You feel me?
I do.
In fact, it also reminds me of how Ice-T played a resistance fighter against a technology-based authority. Coincidence or conspiracy? It's up to you. After this, we're going to take a nosedive in quality. Yes, even worse than Max Payne. In what is by far the worst rapper performance, and overall worst film on this list, we move on to X-Men Origins Wolverine, a film that gave my brain epilepsy due to sheer stupidity. In it, will.i.am of the Black Eyed Peas plays a teleporting mutant called Wraith. And here's a fun fact. will.i.am was so good in his action scenes that he accidentally punched and broke a camera during the filming. Good job there, Willy Boy. Lastly, we move on to DMX, who we saw in the first rapper-related episode, where he was in the vampire film The Bleeding. This time around, we're going to bring up the 2008 film Lockjaw. It's got a whopping 2.5 out of 10 on IMDb, and I'm not gonna say it's not deserved. Aside from DMX, this film also features voodoo, rocket launchers, and a giant killer snake. Whether or not that sounds awful or awesome is up to you. So that about wraps up this episode of Sci-Fi Night Light. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm your host, Sebastian Vandal Martinez, and I'm signing out.